Let's start, children, with differences between solid, liquid and gases. Now you know, children, solid, liquid and gases are the three states of matter, and there are certain differences between all the three states. Now let's see what are the basic differences between solid, liquid and gas. Starting with the first one, a substance that has a structural rigidity. That means it is quite rigid. Even if you apply force, you will not be able to change its shape, is known as the rigidity. Now, for example, have a look at this pen. Now, this is a solid pen. This is in solid structure. Even if I apply a lot of force and pressure onto it, its shape will not change. It will remain the same. That means this is known as rigidity, where the shape will not change. A water which is in a form of a fluid flows easily, has a definite volume but no definite shape. That means liquids, you have learned, children, they don't have any shape, but they take the shape of the container in which you fill. If I fill a liquid in a glass, it will take the shape of a glass. If I pour it out on a plate, it will take the shape of a plate. Gases refer to a state of matter which does not have any shape and conforms to the shape of the container again, but completely in which it is put in. That means, like liquids, gases also, children, have no shape of their own, but they will take the shape in which you are going to fill that gas is. Coming to the second point, children, while solids have certain shape, solids have a certain shape. Now this pencil that I am using in my hand, children, this is in a solid state, so it has a perfect shape as well as volume. Now volume can be calculated by using a formula, length into breadth into height for solids. So the shape and volume of solids is fixed. Liquids have only a definite volume. Now suppose you take a small bottle of cold drink, children. If it is a 250 milliliters of bottle, or maybe half a liter or 2 liters of bottle, so the volume is fixed, but it has, again, liquids have no shape. Gases neither have a shape nor a volume. That means gases will not even have any shape nor they have any volume. The moment you are going to open up, they will take up all the space that is available. The next point of difference is the level of energy. Now energy means, children, solid, liquid and gases are all made up of molecules, and these molecules contain certain amount of energy. So the level of energy is highest in the gases. Why? Because the molecules are all the time moving. So they have a lot of kinetic energy. The kinetic energy in liquid is little less than the gases, and it is least in the solids. That is why the molecules of a solid are fixed in their place. They cannot move out of their place. Why? Because the energy in them is lowest. Fourth point, the compression of solids is difficult. That means if I want to compress this solid, if I want to press this solid, I can't press it. I can't bring the molecules close together. Liquids, because there is certain amount of space between the molecules of liquids, so they can be compressed, but again very less. So we almost say liquids are nearly incompressible. That means they are not absolutely incompressible. They can be compressed, but to a very small extent. But gases can be easily compressed. Now because the space between the molecules in a gas is too much, so they can be brought closer together. Coming to the next point, the molecular arrangement of solids is regular and close. That means the molecules that are arranged in solids are regular. They take a regular pattern and they are very close to one another. Liquids have irregular arrangement because the molecules have some space between them, so they keep on moving here and there. And gases have random, that means the molecules keep on moving, and that is why there is no molecular arrangement in gases. Now in solids, children, the molecular arrangement is well organized. if you look at the picture that is being shown, the molecules can be seen organized in a proper manner. That means they are in layers over one another. Molecules slip and slide over one another in cases of liquids. Now in liquids, the layers, they keep on moving over one another because there is certain space. And in gases, they are not organized at all because they have a lot of space and the molecules are in motion. Next point is, when it comes to fluidity, fluidity means the property to flow from one container to the other, or maybe from a higher level to the lower level. Solids cannot flow. Now if I take this pencil, children, and I try to flow it, it will not flow. But if we take liquids, they will always flow from a higher level to the lower level, as you can see in the waterfall that is being shown. As against this, gases flow in all the direction. Now gases, children, the room where you are sitting and you are seeing this video, there is a lot of air in every direction. You are able to breathe everywhere inside your home. Why? Because the gases can easily move about and they can easily diffuse. Now when an incense stick is burnt in your house, the aroma fills every corner of your house or the room. Why? Because the gases. Coming to the next point, children, the space between the molecules and the kinetic energy is minimum in solids. It is a little more in liquids and it is maximum in the gases. That is why the motion of molecules is negligible in solids. In solids, the molecules do not move out of their places. Whereas in liquids, they are easily moving about in the complete container where the liquid is being filled. And gases are free to move in every direction and in every possible space that they have. Next point says, in solids, the particles are held tightly. Now they are very, very close and they are held tightly, children, because they have very strong intermolecular forces of attraction. The complete word is intermolecular force of attraction. Now intermolecular means the thing that is there between two molecules. So the force of attraction that is there between the molecules is highest in solids, and that is why they are not able to move out of their place. It is a little less in liquids, that is why liquids are able to move. And in gases, children, it is too less. That is why the molecules of gases can move about freely, because the intermolecular force of attraction is very, very weak. So it cannot hold the molecules tightly. So the molecules keep on moving in whatever place they get. 10th point says, the speed of the sound is highest in solid. It is a little less in liquids and it is least in gases. Now how can you do it, children? The table where you are sitting, you press your ear on that table and just tap like this with a pencil or with a pen. Tap on that table and press your ear on that table. You will hear the sound very clear and very loud. Now lift up, and now when you're sitting straight, you try to hit the table again with a pencil like this. You will see that the sound is little less. Why? Because earlier you were seeing the sound traveling in solid, that was maximum. And now when you're sitting straight and you're tapping, you're hearing the sound traveling through air or gases, which is very, very less. Coming to the last point, children. As solids have a definite shape and size, they do not require a container for storage. Now, if you want to take a solid, children, because they do not take the shape and size, they do not change. So, we do not require a container for storing them. Liquids cannot be stored without a container. Now, suppose I keep a pencil over here, children. Now, this pencil, I don't need a container. Even if I keep it over here, it will be left over here and nothing will happen. But I cannot leave on my book any liquid. Can I leave the liquid on the book? No, because liquids can only be stored in a container. Similarly, for storing a gas, a closed container is required, because if you do not have a closed container, children, then what will happen? Gases will diffuse out easily. That means they will easily move out and they will spread. So with this, we come to an end of this particular lesson. So that's it for today's video, children. I hope I made myself very clear to you and you have understood each and every point that I have explained to you in today's video. If you have really understood, you know what is to be done. Please do like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell icon, because after that you will be notified with every new video that I'm going to upload. See you very soon with rest of the videos upcoming soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.